Hello everyone and welcome back to Calmlands. This is the multiplayer co-op with Nordic Farming and we've reached episode 67. We are in the crones this morning, the forage harvesters, and that's because we have a lot of grass to go and collect from our newest area, our newest field, and that is called Arrowdown. So we need to grab the grass pickups, not the corn or chaff harvesters, the grass pickups, and of course the crone cargoes as well, because yeah, we are going to be collecting up all the grass. We've got our mother bin and our truck drivers all assembled down there at the moment, getting ready, and we are going to come along and collect all the grass and it'll get ferried to the fermenting silo. So it's going to be quite an operation. Now I should share that we have indeed increased the capacity of the crone cargoes to 90,000 litres from 50,000 litres to make our lives a little bit easier. But we'll head on down over to Arrowdown field and we can get to doing some foraging. Left turn onto the track and down to Arrowdown. Right turn and we arrive. And yes, we mowed this up all last time, and this is going to be our newest and probably our biggest field by all accounts. So we've got some truck drivers down there getting ready to unload. They all look like they're in a bit of a queue, which is interesting. We might have to just straighten them out. So I think we've got our truck drivers set up. That's looking a little bit neater. So we've got our mother bin here where we're going to deposit our grass. And we've got our lorry drivers all lined up ready to ferry the grass back to the fermenting silo at the cow farm. So we can get ready to go. Nordic is ready and waiting. Let's hop in and we can get our harvester unfolded. The pipe out. And oh yeah, I need to change configuration. Get the harvester unfolded, pipe out. And of course the header needs unfolding as well because it widens out. And we can get started once we're ready to row. I think we'll go for the outer part of the headland. Better do the beacons off. And yes, we can get busy. Now as mentioned, we've increased the capacity of the crone cargo from 50,000 to 90,000. So we'll see how we get on. But we're going to make a start doing our forage collecting, forage harvesting, forage pickupping. And see you when we've made some good progress. Right, unloading. It's been a few loads into the mother bin now, and Nordic and I think we're... well, we thought we were about halfway, but yeah, I think we're probably only about a third of the way through. Had a few traffic jams to unblock from our lorry drivers doing the ferrying, but overall the system has been working quite well. We have made it back just in time for the lorries to return, but yes, where they did collide, we then they lost a bit of time, and we then had to slow down a little bit to let them to play catch up. Now they do like to crawl ever so slowly towards the point where they load up, and then they speed off again, just like that, and then slow down once again. But yeah, it's all fun and games really, and can't remember who was leading that last row, whether it was myself or Nordic. I think it was Nordic actually, so we'll wait for him to unload and he can lead. But yep, the lorry drivers are depositing all of that grass into the fermenting silo, where it's going to be stored as grass for our cattle. So yep, Nordic is taking the lead position, pipe out. We fold the pipe back in just when we're approaching the mother bin, because it does like to dart off and go pointing towards the mother bin to unload. So we just fold it in to make our lives a little bit easier. But we can go full beans on these rows. So with working speed, we can increase it right up. But actually, yeah, I think we have been slowing down to allow the trucks to catch up slightly. So slightly slower going, but once they do catch up, we can probably get back to full pace. The rows are a little bit shorter now that we've dealt with the centre, and we're working our way outwards to the left. And then we'll tackle the other side, and the rows get shorter and shorter as you get to the edge of the field. It's all good fun. Nordic and I enjoy the forage harvesting, forage collecting, and the Crone cargoes seem to be making it to the end of the field and back with 90,000 litre capacities. So pretty good overall. We're going to carry on. We'll get the rest of this all done, if not well progressed. It's nearly lunchtime, so we've had to slow down time a little bit. And the idea is that with the remainder of today, we want to get this ploughed, turned into a field, and then hopefully create our new silo down by the production area. We were going to place it in this field somewhere, but it's not particularly flat, so we're thinking down at the end where you can see the road crossing our path and into our production area is where we'll place the drive-through silo. And that's going to be able to take straw, whether it's bale or loose, and that can distribute directly to our biomass heating plant. So it's going to be a bit of a time saver for us in the future. But I'm nearly at the end of this row, so we'll crack on and see you when we've made some good progress. coming in for the next unload. And we have definitely tackled 2/3 now, by the looks of it. We've only got that portion over at the other side to accomplish. And Nordic and I are going to be changing tactic a little bit. We are going to be asking the lorries to take the grass down to the bunker, the silage bunker down by the BGA, because the fermenting silo is looking pretty full. And we think this might help speed things up because the bunkers are a little bit closer. So we'll get this unloaded and inspect how much we have got in our fermenting silo. Just caught a lift with one of the auto drivers on the way back to the fermenting silo. And Nordic is setting up the waypoints for us to be able to deposit the grass into the silage bunker. Yep, let's check in on how much we've got in the fermenting silo. Right, thanks for the lift. And yeah, got another 2 truckloads to go in the fermenting silo. Well, it looks like it's tipping the grass into their bonnet rather than into the depositing location. But let's see how much we have got. Crikey, so we have got 1.5 million litres. That's probably going to go to 1.6 after the next truck unloads. So this can go up to 2 million, but Nordic and I are thinking that we should probably save some grass for turning into silage, and we've got plenty of grass to keep our cows sustained when we turn it into hay. The next truck is unloading and the other truck is on its way back now, so it's a really efficient system having these auto drivers, but they do like to collide and cause havoc on occasion. So I've just come down to the silage bunker and Nordic has set up the waypoint. So the drivers will come here and unload into the bunker. I think they'll actually do a turn and reverse in, which will be interesting to see how they perform. Unfortunately, I don't think we can hop in with Nordic, so we'll just have to run back up to the forage harvesters / teleport. So I'm just jumping in the class Zerion. And the reason for that is we need a tractor to do the levelling job. And if you recall, last time we had a tractor doing a levelling job, he decided to reverse off the back and fall, which was quite entertaining.
Flashback.
Oh, he's gone! Oh, he's gone!
End of flashback.
But we'll get this guy down to the bunker, get the blade fitted, and then they can do the levelling. Nearly there, and the poplar is in the last growth stage, so hopefully it's going to be ready soon. Right, Nordic is down here and waiting. We want to grab the blade, and yes, we can't use the roller unfortunately, but the blade can be used. We need to drop the weight off, that will help. There we go, and maybe we can add the weight to the back just to help. So we'll pick up the blade, and then we should be able to set up the courseplay by driving into the bunker. So we right click to open the courseplay menu, press the target, and then we should select the bunker, which is here, and then start job. So they are off, obviously not a lot to do at the moment, so we can close that menu and jump out, and our first truck should be on its way down here, so we can see how that gets on. Right, so the courseplay unloader is busy at work, obviously not shoveling much at the moment, and our first driver has come here to unload. So I think they're waiting for the courseplay to get out of the way, and then they should go and start reversing in. There we go, so after some zigzag reversing, our driver is going in there and is going to unload. So that was all autonomous, which was pretty interesting. And yeah, Nordic did have to intervene with our horseplay driver who's on bunker duty, but I think we sorted that out now. So we can get back to doing the forage collecting, and our drivers will come down here and unload just like this chap has. So that's pretty good going. That's all unloaded after a bit of jittering around. So I think this driver should head back off up to the mother bin position. And as if by magic, off they go. Right, let's get back to foraging. So we are back in the forage harvesters and we can set about getting back to work. Our truck drivers will go to the bunker and yeah, we can just get back to work and hopefully get this all completed. It's been a long job so far. We can switch off and head back over to the mother bin to unload. Now, we have had a bit of funny business with the auto drivers, of course. They always cause funny business, but this time it is putting in the grass in the bunker. So yeah, that's not been working as Nordic and I anticipated. So we've had truck drivers get stuck down there and blocked by the courseplay driver who's doing the bunker duty. So yeah, it's all very interesting. Right, I think we have to move Nordic's forage harvester out of the way, although that's got 11% in it, so that is not ideal. Right, I think we'll have to wait for some lorries to come and unload us. Hey, here is our truck driver. So he can relieve some capacity from the mother bin, and then we can unload this last 10,000 litres from Nordic's forage harvester and send it back to the yard. In fact, we'll select that now whilst we are waiting. It can go to wash station 1. There we go, that's empty. So let's fold in the door on the Crone cargo. We can get the trailer folded in. Now we can get the harvester. Oh, it was folded up, that's fine. Pipe is in already. Header closed up. Right, I think we can send this chap back off to the farm now. Hopefully, oh god. Yep, stop there. Causing absolute problems. Nightmare. Right, let's send him back on his way. And then we can unload the other forage harvester. It's absolute madness trying to control these auto drivers sometimes. Trailer is folding, and we can send this chap back to wash station 1 as well. Oh, I don't know which way he's going. I think he's gonna go and turn around like the auto drivers were. Interesting choice. Send him back on his correct path now. So here is the person who's been causing all the problems, the bunker worker. And basically he's been blocking our auto drivers from being able to unload by reversing into silly places. So he is doing his bunker duty, but not to the best. So we've got 293,000 litres in here, and it is compacted to 93%, so that's pretty good. And to avoid any problems, we've sent the other drivers back to the fermenting silo. So let's go see how much we have got in there. So one driver's on their way out and one driver's on their way in. So we can have a little look once we've got that mother bin all emptied. So we've got one driver creeping up to empty one load from the mother bin and another one coming up behind. And these are the last two unloads before the mother bin is empty. So what we can do is we can set the Fent ready to go back to wash station 1, and then it'll be in a decent position for us to park up. Right, that's us empty, so we can fold the pipe in and close the lid. There we go. And I think because this truck isn't full, we just need to send the driver back to the next point. There we go. So now we can send this chap back to the wash station. And that should be all the equipment back at the yard. And we can finally get on with ploughing the new arrow down field. Last two trucks returning back now. Nordic is driving one of them. And we think we are right on the cusp of filling up the fermenting silo to 2 million litres. We might be just a few thousand shy, but we will see. And that means, because we had 300,000 odd litres in the fermenting silo when we started today, that we have transported 1.7 million litres from that arrow down field. And then we had just shy of 300,000 in the silage bunker. So a pretty good haul overall. 2 million litres. I've just intercepted the mother bin driver on their way back to the yard so we can park it up effectively, because it is quite an oversized load and I wouldn't trust an auto driver parking it. But what we can do now is we can get this stashed and switch to plows with the Fent and the Zarian so we can get arrow down created into an actual field. We'll grab the plough. I think Nordic is in the Zarian grabbing the other plough. Fantastic. So beacon's on, and let's head back over to the field and get it all turned over. We have made it, and we can beacon off. We will let Nordic lead the way. Get the plough unfolded. We did the headland on the forage harvest, so Nordic can do the headland for this. We'll get the GPS switched on, and we'll get the auto width set, so we're ready. There we go. So we can line up next to Nordic. We can allow create fields. Lower away, and there we go. We are off. Fantastic. So we're going to get this all ploughed up and see you when we're finished. Alright, okay, there we go. We have finished ploughing, arrow down, 2 tractors side by side, and we have conquered it. At last. What a long day it's been. First of all, getting all the grass foraged and split between the fermenting silo and the bunker, and now getting this all ploughed. But before we finish, let's have a little look at the map. And here we go, we can see arrow down field, and you can see why we call it arrow down, because it looks like a wonky arrow going downwards. But that is all nicely ploughed now, ready for us to come and lime later on. Probably in the next session we'll get round to that, and we'll need to buy the precision farming information as well. But yeah, we don't know what crop we're going to put in there, so any suggestions, let us know. But that is it for today. Hope you have enjoyed watching. If you have, remember to drop a like and subscribe. Check out Nordic's channel for his perspective of today's session. And if you've got any tips, tricks or things you'd like us to do, feel free to leave a comment. All that's left to say is, hope to see you again next time on Calmlands. And until then, we'll catch you later. Cheers all. Bye bye.